Hey! Yo. Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. And today we're going to be doing another figure review, and that will be of the DC Universe Classics All-Star Batman, under his new 52 design. Now, the thing is about this figure is originally I wasn't going to pick him up, at least not right away, because I already had a new 52 Batman figure with the Justice League DC Collectibles New 52 Batman. Um, However, I said to myself, as I was looking at my wall of Batman stuff, there wasn't enough of him from the New 52. We got the anime series, we got some of the classic stuff, but no New 52 Batman except for the Justice League one. So I said to myself, let's go pick this bad boy up. And my general rule of thumb is I'll pick up a figure 90% of the time if it's Batman, and the rest if it's Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg. I usually tend to pick them up. Now, as you can see, we have a kind of a new bubble and board for the All-Star line. Now, the All-Star line is, I think, and it's been a while since I've been religiously picking up the DC Universe Classic, so if I'm incorrect on this, just please forgive me and correct me, but the bubble wrap is different here. Not the bubble wrap, but the actual case is different with a little bit more of a dynamic posing coming out. Usually they all have like various different symbols representing the character. In addition to that, in this wave, we have New 52 Superman, Batman, Superboy Prime, and Red Robin. Now, I really want to get that Red Robin. I'm not too impressed by the Superman, but the Red Robin looks good. Even though it's not New 52 Red Robin, I um, still want to pick him up because he looks badass, and I have no Red Robin figures. So, anyways, one of the big concerns that I had with this figure is it was just going to be basically one of these. This Mattel is notorious for them. One of these and kind of just redoing them without the underwear to make it look like the New 52 Batman. Whether that's the case and whether or not it actually succeeds in being its own figure, you're just gonna have to wait and see. I have to open this bad boy up, but package, let's open it up. Okay, I got this bad boy out of the packaging right here. And one thing right away that I noticed and that I'm pleased to say is that it is pretty much a new mold for Batman, although there is similarities to the other Mattel Batman figures. Now, the first few things that you'll notice is different, and I'll do a comparison, is the ears on the head is slightly different. And you can notice that the face is slightly different if I bring up the other Batman figure. And let's see. You can't really notice it, but the grin is slightly different on this figure. It's a little bit more pissed off. The ears are slightly smaller, where Batman is a little bit more traditional in this figure. Again, I'm sorry I can't get a better side-by-side comparison because gotta get in close. But the face is definitely different. And they showed ears to represent Jim Lee's art because they tried to aim a little bit more towards Jim Lee's art with this. You notice the kind of lines on the chest right here coming off of the bat wings from his symbol. The gauntlets on the gloves, the belt is different, and the legs right here, the boots are stylized to the new 52 design. In addition to that, the cape is a little bit more dramatic and a little less drapey. As you can see, this is a little bit kind of meh. This is a little bit more dramatic to it, too. Articulation-wise, he has all the articulation that we come to know from Mattel from their Universe Classic figures. So that is good. All the nice little articulations. I'm not going to go into too much because we all know it. The one thing that I did not like about this, there's actually, on a whole, you can also notice there's a little bit more stylizing lines there. There's two things about this figure that I don't like, but let's talk about what I do like. I think it's actually all in all, a good-looking Batman figure. And here's a comparison to the Justice League New 52 Batman from DC Collectibles, sorry. Other than the color differences, you can tell this is mold difference. This is a little bit more Jim Lee oriented, a little bit more like Jim Lee's art. Well, this is while it does have shades of Jim Lee, it's also a lot of a standardized Batman. It looks a lot like a standardized Batman more than anything else. So you can definitely tell that this is a little bit more geared towards Jim Lee. This is a little bit more geared to a standard Batman. Another thing that you notice is that the back cowl here is normal, where the back cowl here is like the new 52 with the rivets on the back, or the ridges. Uh, the only two things I don't like about this figure, and this is a good figure, is one, the head is a little floppy. Kind of just bounces around. That's my figure. It shouldn't really take off points for any other figure. But I don't like how small the belt is. Now, Mattel tends to do that with its figures on Batman. They like to make small belts. I don't know if that has anything to do with the T-crotch or not. Who knows? But they do like small belts, and that's one deterror from the figure. When it comes down to it, it's a good figure, and it's a good substitute if you can't get this figure. I still think this is the better of the two figures, and it's still my favorite Batman figure. This is my favorite Batman figure. I know it looks just so. I almost made out with it. But if you can't get your hands on the Jim Lee New 52 Batman figure from Justice League collectibles, this is a good figure. You can do more poses with it, which is definitely something that's good, and more dramatic poses. And the great thing about this figure is it has open hands on both sides, so you can take a good old batarang from another figure and just stick it in there and give him some accessories. So that's also good too. That's something to note. And it falls in line a little bit more with some of the other Mattel figures too. So it's a good looking Batman figure. Not the best, but I still think it's actually better than some of the stuff Mattel has been pushing out for DC for a while, because their stuff has become very status quo, very all the same over and over and over again. But yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks very nice. I'm glad I did get it. Again, the DC Collectibles Batman, I think, is a far superior figure. And if I had to recommend one out of the two, I would go with this one. It just looks better, but this one is still good, and this is something I do recommend picking up. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to try to get the Red Robin one. I can get it easily. It's at my comic store. It's a matter if I have the money to spare, because comic stores and stores in general make you spend a good $19 on these figures minimum. I don't want to say how much I paid on this, but yeah, hey, it happens. But yeah, pick him up if you get a chance. He's a pretty good figure. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.